to the Fort Bend Voter News Meet the Candidate interviews. My name is Denise Joshua Fleming, and I'm on the editorial board. We want to welcome you today. We're going to start off by asking you the first questions. I want you to introduce yourself and then tell us why you're running.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for having me. I'm really happy to be here. My name is Steve Okoroha, Attorney Steve Okoroha, and I'm running for Fort Bend County Clerk. I'm a lifelong resident of Fort Bend, graduated from Dulles High School, got my undergrad degree at Georgetown University. Then I came back down to Texas as fast as I could because it was so cold. And I graduated from law school at South Texas College of Law, and I've been practicing. This month makes 10 years I've been a practicing attorney. I'm a husband. I have two young, beautiful girls, 4 and 3. They are my world. They're my everything. And why I'm running is frankly because people's vote are under attack, and I think that we need to really restore voter integrity here in Fort Bend County and make sure that everybody's voice is heard. And I have just the tools and experience to make that happen.
Wonderful. So if elected, what would be your top priorities?
My top priority is making sure that we are giving people access to vote and not restricting access. The SB 1 in Austin has really made it hard for people to vote, and it's really made it very stringent. Fort Bend has the highest percentage of rejection rates for mail-in absentee ballots, so that's one thing I want to change. I used to serve on the Fort Bend ballot board as a judge for the Democratic Party, and I got to see firsthand these rejections and why they were being rejected. And I got to implement strategies for making sure that we're counting more ballots and not disqualifying them. So that's really my top priority once I get into office.
So as a follow-up question, what would you do to ensure the transparency of that voter process?
Well, I think we need to inform people, and people aren't as informed as we think they are. We need to push information about the office, as well as how to vote, best practices for voting, and also best practices for requesting your ballots when it comes time to voting. And I think in knowledge is power, and that's what I believe, and I think we need to do more of that because currently it's not being done, and we can definitely change that.
Wonderful. Daphne?
All right. Hi, my name is Daphne Jack, and one of the questions I want to ask, how would you organize your workload?
I will organize my workload by trying to figure out exactly what are the most pressing issues in the county, the ones that are our biggest pain points. Start with those, and then work along down the line. Now, we can also do things in a systematic way where we're addressing things little by little. We don't want to just focus on the most important things because we'll be marginalized. So I think that it's important that we attack the things that are most pressing first, and then also prioritize everything else, to make sure that everyone's needs are addressed sufficiently.
Wonderful. What would your definition of good service be?
Good service to me, I'm a student of servant leadership, and I think that's just really what it is servants. Being able to serve the people and be there. And I plan on being the most visible county clerk that anyone has ever seen because a lot of people don't know what the county clerk does, and the county clerk is vital. There's a lot of things and a lot of importance that the county clerk has, and people just don't know about them. So I want to be more visible. I want to be out there. I want to be in the public, with the people. That's where I do best, and I think that's really the big thing about the position, that I think I can serve people.
Spirit of what you just said, tell us, what does a county clerk do?
Absolutely. If I had a nickel for every time I got asked this question, but it's an important position. The county clerk is the custodian records for all of your important documents, your DBAs, which for those that don't know, and for you to be able to start a business, maybe get a bank account, you're going to need a DBA. You can also register with the state of Texas. It's also called an assumed name. Either one of those allows you to practice under a trade name so that you can do business here in the county and across the state of Texas. The county clerk's office also handles your marriage license, your birth certificates, your death certificates, a lot of important documents that you need. Additionally, the county clerk is involved with the Elections Commission, and that's where I really want to make a big impact here in Fort Bend. And change a lot of those stringent practices that keep out people from voting. We just want to make sure we're including as much people as we can.
Wonderful. In closing, what would your closing statement be to the voters?
My closing statement is just make sure you go out and vote. Make sure you make your voice heard. Early voting is from February 14th to the 25th. Election day for the primaries on March 1st, just make your voice heard. If you're having any issues, just if you see something, say something. It's going to be really tough, but we want to make sure that everyone has their voice heard. Vote for me for county clerk, because I'm going to make sure that we restore voter integrity in Fort Bend County. We're going to make sure that your records are secure and make sure that everyone has their voice heard, because that's the most fundamental right in this country, is being able to exercise your right to vote.
Wonderful. Thank you, Stephen. We appreciate your time.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.